Fire up the player presentation. So the first one that I want to present to you is going to be Bren, who is from France, 20 years old. With a gamepad, he is driving Camera 2, and he is mostly known for his great performances at the Zerator Cup. Next up is going to be Egér. There you go, 18 years old, from Hungary. With the keyboard and Camera 1, he is, of course, not that experienced compared to the other players, but he's doing really good so far. Next up is Omnipotz, 27 years old. He is the oldest, no, actually the second oldest player. Right here, playing with a pad and Cam 2. And the last one, of course, is gonna be Spam, 24 years old. The well-known TrackMania streamer, Camera 2 with a gamepad. World Champion 2012. Is he gonna show what he has in this matchup? Let's have a look. First map is gonna be Odyssey, so we can just dive into the map presentation straight away. Alright, that is some spicy stuff for your eyes, guys. First map gonna be kicked off right here. Point limit, as I said, 120 with the normal setup, 4 rounds per map. And with these maps being played right here, so a little bit of a different map rotation. Round number 1 ongoing. Feel free to take it off, R2K.
Yeah, so off we go onto this one, and we're gonna stick with Egér, of course. He is one of the youngest players in this World Championship Grand Finals, and again, he's got hopefully he just enjoys it. I mean, he doesn't have as much experience as Spam and Bren, but hopefully he'll enjoy it and enjoy this match as we are underway. 25 seconds in, he's actually keeping up. He's actually slightly got into first position ahead of Omnipotz. We're back and forth, and here comes Omni as well around the corner. A lot more burst of speed here from Egér, followed by Spam and then Bren. So really clumped up all these players. We go through the first lot of checkpoints, well, the pillars, and the second lot of pillars here in the checkpoints, and really well. And actually Bren has swapped from third to first place right now, followed by Omni, followed by Egér. Spam not too far behind either. Whoa, Spam going a bit wide there, has to brake and slow down a bit, so he'll drop back. Meanwhile, Omni passing third. Egér trying to follow as best he can ahead of Omnipotz and Bren in first position. Here comes Omni though for second place, but Bren looks to have a clear first position right now. As we go over the jump, Bren will take 10, Egér with 6, Omnipotz with 4, Spam with 3 for the first round.
Good stuff by Bren, showing his dominance in the first round already. Clocks in the only time under 114. Of course, those times are going to be very valuable on this track. So Bren off to the best start right here, followed by Egér, Omnipotz and Spam. Spam, who was struggling a little bit in the second half of the track. Not really too much of a biggie, but things like that should not happen in this matchup. Round number 2, let's have a look at the players' starts. Spam right now having the upper hand together with Bren, dropping onto the platform to the right. You see some slightly different approaches. Omnipotz opting for a very wide line, trying to maintain as much speed as possible, while you have some others that are going a little bit tighter. We saw Bren, who was losing his gear right there, drops down all the way back to last place. So not the greatest first half for Team Zerator. Bren. Oh, Egér now completely losing control over his car right there. Went a little too tight over the bubble on the inside, so he's gonna drop down even further. Fourth place for Egér. In the lead it is Omnipotz, followed by Spam. So maybe the chance for Omnipotz and Spam to make up the rather slow first round. Omnipotz still in the lead. Spam holding strong as well, both on an equal pace. The last couple of corners will decide it. Spam with a much better line right here. The last corner will decide who's going to drop down the best. Rotating the car to the right, and Omnipotz will have the upper hand right here. Both having equal speed up to the finish. 113.9 and a 114 low by Omnipotz and Spam. Good stuff. Bren on third, and Egér barely able to finish.
Yeah, nice round, and it's a good round there from Omnipotz, actually shaking off what he did in the previous match, having a do not finish in one of the rounds, actually the first round of the last match. So it's good to see him sort of, you know, light up this match along. But yeah, 14 points apiece between Bren and Omni, 9 points apiece between Egér and Spam. So very close in the first two rounds as we are into the third round right now. And of course, it's going to be crucial now because the points have been dropped to 120, as riolu said earlier. So it's going to be very crucial for these rounds, and you know, you can't make too much more errors. More pressure on for these players. But we'll see in first place right now, Bren, followed by Spam, followed by Egér, and then followed by Omnipotz as we come through the first lot of pillars into the second lot of pillars. All making it very well. Actually, Spam has made up a lot of speed. Ooh, both Bren and Spam nearly losing there. Omnipotz has made a mistake there. I think the Ramstein didn't favor him too well. Spam's coming on the inside. He's going too quick. Is he going to stabilize? He will.
Wow.
But Bren has a better line, a wider line, who have more speed out of that corner. The fight is on between these two teammates as we come down to the drop down into this right-hand corner over the jump. Looks like Spam might have it. Yes, Spam has more speed. He will take 10 points ahead of Bren with 6 points. Egér with 4. Omnipotz with 3.
What a round right there. Spam having the upper hand gets a better exit out of the last drift. That one is actually very crucial because you need to minimize the time you actually slide dropping down into the right-hander. So the way you land and the way you rotate your car before actually dropping down is very, very crucial. So Spam does this very nicely and goes up to 19 points. So Spam really stepping it up right here in this round. Very, very close though. Look at the points. It is 20, 19, 17, and 13. So very, very close, as we have Bren now making a big mistake. Goes a bit too tight onto the platform and clips the inside edge, so he's going to lose a lot of speed. He's going to be out of this one. Egér, Spam, and Omnipotz, however, very, very close to each other. The level is very, very close. Everybody within the same range, which is of course very nice to see. So this is not decided yet whatsoever. Egér still on first. Very risky line right here. Spam might have the upper hand, get some better entry and exit out of this one together with Omnipotz, was actually also getting a nice boost out of the exit right there. So this Spam versus Omnipotz going into this section where you want to maintain the grip, going down the hill onto the blue part. You have many surface changes coming up right here with the blue and the grass. Spam doing it a little better right here, dropping down into the quarter pipe transition, so he's gonna have the upper. Whoa! And Spam loses it almost right there, goes completely over the inside Ramstein, and that is being punished hard. Omnipotz on first, followed by Egér and Spam. Great round once again. Only 1200s between first and third. And then there is Bren. That is actually getting a DNF. The leader is now dropping down to third in total.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Bren. Does not finish at all that round, and that will hurt his points as he drops from first to third place. Unfortunate for Bren.
Indeed. Spectrum is going to be the next map. The map made by Nevermind. Let's have a look at the map review. Alright, there you have it, guys. This is the next map in this matchup. Omnipotz leading right now. So he's actually really recovering well from the previous match. As we discussed earlier, R2K, Omnipotz, that was either a hit or miss for this one. Either he's gonna recover from the bad match that he had before, or he's gonna crumble even more. But right now it is looking very good. He's sitting there in the lead with 27 points after map 1. Spam with 23, Bren with 20, and Egér at 19. This is too close to be called right now.
Yeah, still early days after that map, and we are about to go into round 1. So I shall kick it off with this round 1, and as you see, we're gonna stick with Bren on this one.
Oh.
Ooh, bit of an early mistake there, I believe. Who's that from? Let's
Spam.
see. Spam. Yeah, Spam actually there, clipping, I believe, the wall there just on the turn. It's a very awkward turn, and oh no, there goes Bren.
Oh my
and
days.
Omnipotz as well. Omnipotz have to slow down through the checkpoint there. So, and Egér is away for first place in this first round. Bren in second, followed by Omnipotz. Spam. He's had a, yeah, he's slowed down quite a lot now. He's at least nearly 2 seconds behind, but Egér is away. Bren is trying to actually catch up. So we'll stick with Bren to see if he can catch up with Egér in this round. As he goes for the drop down, will make it. Egér being comfortable now, half a second ahead of Bren at the moment, but it can all change here. Nerves, hopefully Nerves does not creep up on Egér. Still half a second. It is still holding, so Egér doing his best. Bren will actually getting a bit of an early slide there. Has brought it back by 500 of a
Oh
second.
my days, Omnipotz.
And Omnipotz has actually had a crash there, and Spam is actually coming up into third position. So here we go. So Egér with the birdie jump. Egér will make it for 10 points. Bren with 6, Spam with 4. Omni's going to finish. He's got 2 seconds. He's got 1 second, and he does not finish. So that is a huge problem there for Omni.
Yeah, he's dropping from first to third now, so this is how close it is. It is 3 points separating the 4 players. This is as close as it can get right now. Round number 2 kicking off right here. It is no mistakes being made here in the first couple of corners. Man, this is tight. Anybody's match to win right here. Of course, there's a lot at stake. The 2 players that are going to take 3rd and 4th are going to be out of the World Championship, while the first 2 players are going to move up in the loser bracket. So, yeah, a lot to be fought for right here. Right now, it is looking the best for Bren, who has already accumulated a 0.1 of a second lead over Egér, Omnipotz, and Spam. Egér actually coming very, very close to Bren, going through this precision-based section, where you just want to go as close as possible to the walls. And right now, it is no mistakes being made whatsoever with Egér with a bad drop into the right-hander, drops all the way from 2nd down to 4th place. This is too close to be called. Once again, it is Bren still holding strong in that lead, but Spam and Omnipotz could very well make something happen in the last couple of corners. The last jump will be very decisive right here. Bren still on first. Omnipotz coming a little bit close to 700 at the checkpoint, and Bren is crumbling. Bren is making a mistake on the inside and will drop down all the way back to last place. It is Spam versus Omnipotz for the first place. Omnipotz bumping over the Randstein. It is Spam and Omnipotz almost having the similar trajectory. Egér! Oh my days! This is no 13 thousandths between first and third. What was that end, ladies and gentlemen? Unbelievable. Egér Airlines.
Yeah, it's like Superman right there. Full focus, full speed right there. Nearly sniping first place away from Spam. My God, that's what Egér brings to this. You know, he's got the potential there. Let's hope he can bring it back even more as we are into round 3 of this track. And we'll see early starts here from Omnipotz, Spam, and Egér. Bren is crumbling hard right now. Actually, Spam has made a mistake there. Bit of a no slide. Loses his speed. Oh, Bren has made a no slide as well. So he'll drop from 3rd to 4th. Back and forth between himself there for Bren. And so it's unfortunate. Bren, his confidence seems to be he's losing it. He's losing it quite hard there. But as we go into first place, Egér showing that he wants to progress even more. He's enjoying it as he's in first place, followed by Omni. Look at the distance though. Half a second between Egér and Omnipotz right now. Egér knows this if he's looking at his checkpoint timers right now. He knows he's ahead. Spam's a second behind. Bren is the 2.5 behind. Here goes to the birdie jump. We'll see Egér make it. Yes, but Egér with 10, Omnipotz with 6, Spam with 4, Bren with 3. And the points have changed. The points standards have changed now, riolu.
Indeed, so from the initial 3-point difference that we had between 1st and 4th, it is now 11 points, so this is how quick it can go in TrackMania. Egér now with Omnipotz tying up the first place with 43 points, both Spam with 37 and Bren at 32. So Bren and Spam have made a couple of mistakes here. It's been quite a back and forth here with all of the players. Everybody has made a mistake at some point. But this time it is incredibly close. No mistakes being made so far. Even everybody even went through the triangle at the checkpoint. But as I say that, as I praised the good performance, it is Spam that makes the first mistake of this round. He's going to be out of this one. Omnipotz will take over the lead, but Bren with more speed now going for the overtake, and also Egér with more speed. This is very, very close. First, third, very, very close right now. 800ths of a second, dropping down into the blue part, into the right-hander. Bren with a lot of speed, Omnipotz as well. Egér having a little bit of an awkward line. Will drop down right here. Very nicely done. Bren and Omnipotz will extend their lead, surely, but slowly, a little tiny bit towards the end of the track. No mistakes here. This is, of course, also a very heavily precision-based section where you really don't want to go too much on the inside. Omnipotz, will he make it right there? It looks very grim for Egér though, and he's actually not gonna make it. Egér has not reached the finish line, and he is 50 meters in front of it. That is gonna hurt. Egér will not get any point in this round.
That's quite harsh, because he keeps turning fully. On that jump, he keeps turning sideways so much, so his lines seems to be weird on that one. So, unfortunate there, but we are going to go into our next map.
Indeed. Liberstad by Manox. A very spicy map. Let's have a look at the preview. Alright, so that was the map preview. For the people that maybe haven't seen it yet, this is one of the, or it is the newest map in the TrackMania World Championship map rotation. Map by Manox, and holy moly, this one is a very difficult one. Here we go! It is gonna be live on the next map. Omnipotz leading this match still with 49 points. Egér on 43, Bren at 42, and Spam at 41. So this is 8 points of a difference. It is still a very nice back and forth situation between all of the players. So anybody could take it or lose it right here. Going into the first round. Let's have a look here. First round. The warm-up has been a little bit of a clusterfuck for all of the players. Some mistakes here and there. But the warm-up isn't really, you know, something you should really take a look at. However, Egér, this is something we really should take a look at. Egér now with a mistake, and he's going to drop down all the way back to last place. Omnipotz has also made a mistake, and he is now on third. Trailing Bren and Spam, who are battling it out for the first place. And Spam, of course, needing those points as he's currently on last place. 41 points for the Diffuse Kids player. As I said, he has the potential, together with all of the other players, to still move on and make a big thing out of this one. Bren, however, still holding strong right here against Spam, gets a better turn to the right. This is going to be decided in the last couple of corners. Bren will extend his lead a little bit, going into the left-hander. Also very important to maintain the speed. Don't say hello to the Christmas trees on the right side. Now the ending will decide who's going to get it better. It is Bren that is going to keep a calm head. 112.7 by both Bren and Spam. Good race right there up front.
Yeah, really good race to start off with. Of course, it is the newer map. So new that I didn't know there was a fake finish. But, you know, this is another tough map as well. Saying that because the points now have just... Again, everyone got close. It's only now a 7-point gap between first and fourth. So it's still tough. Omnipotz with 53, Bren with 52, Spam with 47, and Egér with 46. And now, again, remember, whoever is the last two will be eliminated. We're going to have 4 players eliminated from today. So it's a bit of a shame, but it's, you know, that's the way this works. You know, this is a double elimination bracket. You had your chance in the upper bracket, didn't make use of it. And now you've got one more chance. And now, saying of chances, Bren unfortunately has crashed quite a lot, and he has dropped all the way back into last position, over 2 seconds behind. So now Spam, Egér, and Omnipotz really fighting for that first place. Again, the points difference is so close right now. Points really needed for Egér and Spam. Omnipotz coming in first position. A good 10 points would be needed.
Aye.
Actually, Egér will clip the checkpoint there in that turn. I clipped just the top part of it. So now it's Spam against Omnipotz. If Spam can get these 10 points, this will put him on into the first 2 spaces. As we come to the finish line, Omnipotz going a bit more wider. Spam was able to stabilize himself. Will grab 10 points. Omnipotz with 6, Egér with 4, Bren with 3.
Perfect scenario for Spam, who is getting 10 points, Bren with 3. So Spam is moving up to second place with 57 points. Spam really trying his best to avoid facing elimination in this World Championship. 59, 57, 55, and 50. This is incredibly close right now. Going into round number 3 on this map, it is a bad start for Spam now, though. This is unfortunate. He gets... Oh, but Egér, where did he go? Egér went exploring the map a little bit right there, so Spam and Egér both down already in the first 20 seconds of the map. Omnipotz and Bren, the 2 Frenchmen, are the only survivors of this round so far. Omnipotz doing really good right here in this round. Bren following up very closely. It is very close. 400ths of a second here at the checkpoint. Bren now gripping a bit better right there. Gets a bit more speed out of this one, and Bren up to first. Omnipotz going for the inside line. Bren didn't really nail that one all too well, so Omnipotz will take advantage from that and goes back up to first place. This is a back and forth between E-Corp and the Raider, if I may say so. Omnipotz extending his lead even further now, going into the right-hander on the platform. Bren with a slightly different line, opts for a wider line for more speed. Didn't really pay off for him, though. He's still finding himself 1800s behind Omnipotz, and Omnipotz is most likely going to take that first place unless he makes a mistake at the end. But that is not gonna happen. Omnipotz with a great time, 112.5, and Bren with a 0.7. Good stuff right there. Spam will save himself with that 4 points. Capitalizing from that mistake by Egér. Not sure what happened there, but he is gonna lose points. 53 points. He's losing it a little bit, R2K.
He is just a bit. I mean, this map is new, so they haven't had too much time to play on this track as the other tracks that they would have played during the season. With Omnipotz with 69, he's just spreading his wings slightly with 69 points. Bren and Spam both on 61, and Egér with 53. So it's still close coming throughout this race. Of course, this is the last round of this track, so I'm sure the players will be happy to see the back of this track go away. So, but into this one, Bren's actually had a good start along with Spam. It's back and forth between these 2 players right now. Omnipotz not too far behind. Egér as well, not too far behind. So he'll try, if he can keep up, he'll capitalize on any mistakes the other players in front. No! And actually, Egér will actually clip the Ramstein a bit too much and lose a lot of speed. So Egér straight into last place, 2 seconds behind. That is so unfortunate for him. As we are coming into this. Oh, actually, Bren made a mistake there and actually allowed Omnipotz into this race. Spam coming in first place, Omnipotz into second, Bren into third. It is unreal right now, and actually as we come around this final few corners, Spam will take 10 points. Oh, Bam!
Wow.
Oh no, Omnipotz will actually clip the corner too much. Will lose from second into 4th place. Bren in second, Egér with 3rd, Omnipotz in 4th.
And the guy with the smiling face is going to be Spam, because once again he took first, and his direct opponent Omnipotz got last. So the point gap between first and second is 1 point as we go on to Hervanta. Map preview time. And that's it for the map review, a map that you should all know by now. It is an incredibly close match, and this is what we like to see as casters, as viewers, and of course as TrackMania fans. We want to see matches like this.
Yeah, we do indeed, of course. 1 point difference between Omnipotz and Spam right now. 72 plays 71. Meanwhile, Bren with 67 and Egér with 57. But again, this is a map they all know about anyway. They've played it through the league phase, stage 1, stage 2, and so forth. So they should be very comfortable. But into round 1 we go. We're going to find out that we're going to stick with Bren on this one. Of course, he's got a lot to prove as well. Having that tag, don't know whether it makes him more confident or puts a lot more pressure on him. We shall find out during this race, because again, only the top 2 can go through to the next part of the lower bracket. Bottom 2 will be out of the tournament, and that's where you don't want to be, of course. We have to say goodbye to 4 players today, including the next lower bracket match, which will be after this one, which we will see very soon. But going into this, we're already past the halfway stage, of course, in this race, in this match, because 120 points now instead of 140 in the lower bracket. So points have been reduced and a lot more pressure on these players. But going into this now, we are near to the finish, and we see Spam. Oh no, Bren clips the checkpoint there, crashes into it. We'll see Omnipotz now trying to fight Spam for that first place. Again, not too far behind as we're coming up into this penultimate few corners. Oh, actually, Omnipotz has slowed down. It goes on the inside. It's a bit risky. Spam has more speed coming out of it. Egér is going to try and snipe. Second place. He can't. He does do it. So Spam will take 10 points. Egér with 6. Omnipotz actually clips the jump there. Well, clips the landing and makes it into 4 points. And third place with 4 points, and Bren with 3 points. So unfortunately for Omnipotz, but good for Spam.
Yeah, Spam has been really showing a great lap. He was in the lead throughout the whole round, basically. So he's now in the lead with 81 points. It is looking good for Diffuse Kid Spam right now on this map. Hopefully, he will keep up that performance. Omnipotz now with a mistake, and also Bren with a slow start. So 2 mistakes being done already in the first 20 seconds of the map. It is only Bren that is kind of keeping up with the pace of Spam, but this is already a 0.3 advantage for the Dutch player, and this is another great opportunity to extend that lead that he has. Omnipotz, his direct opponent, 76 points right now on his account, and with that third place, he's gonna lose even more towards Spam. So Spam should be experienced enough. He should have that interface on occasionally to see that he has that 0.4 advantage at this checkpoint already. Look at that. Nobody is really keeping up with Spam right now. Bren continues to lose time. I think he's also saving that second place already, because he is also in dire need of those points. So definitely an understandable and wise decision from Bren. As we go through the last turn right here, Spam will take it comfortably. The angle might be a bit hard to hit actually for Spam, but he's gonna make it with a 112.03. So you saw that it was a little bit safer towards the end, but Bren will take second, Omnipotz on third, and Egér on fourth.
Omni was a bit too safe there. He nearly lost third place to Egér, who went for the risky jump at the end. And yeah, so close for Omnipotz there as we are into our third round. Ooh, hits, and again now, instead of Omnipotz spreading his wing, it's now going to be Spam who spreads his wings. Again with an early mistake here, bit of a no slide. Bren also with a no slide as well, a bit of a mistake. So the duel is on between Spam and Omnipotz for that first place. Of course, Spam with 91 points, Omnipotz with 80 points. So 11-point difference between them two. And so far now, Omnipotz takes a lead by 0.1 of a second ahead. Spam is trying to catch up. They're nearly touching to come to this long right-hand corner, blue right-hand corner. And actually, Spam has made up the speed and made up the time against Omnipotz. And it is neck and neck between these two players, as we are going to come down to this long left-hand corner. Oh, it's so close. And oh, Omnipotz will just slightly lift into this little hairpin turn. Omnipotz will get in earlier, but Spam will have a bit more of a line. So we're coming into a penultimate corner through this checkpoint, neck and neck again as we go for the outside. Omnipotz will go on the inside. Spam has more speed coming through it.
Oh, that angle! Oh my days.
Spam will take 10 points. Omnipotz with 6, Bren with 4, Egér with 3. Omnipotz took the closer line there, the narrow line.
Yep.
But again, doesn't have much more speed. And Spam had a wider line, more speed, and they're able to take it.
That was a very risky line by Spam, though. He ended up being a little too wide at the exit of that inside-outside pole turn thingy. And he almost wasn't able to angle up in time for the finish jump. Luckily, it worked out for him, so he's going to be up to 101 points. Spam on his way to become finalist, which is going to be unlocked at 120 points. Round number 4, the last round on this map, and it is Spam once again dominating all over the place. Egér on second place, doing pretty good here as well. He is kind of losing it right there on this map. He has lost a lot of points towards his opponent. He's at 69 points right now. But that is not where he wants to end up, of course. Bren is on third, has made a tiny mistake. He's 0.9 behind. And then there's Omnipotz that is maybe tilting a little bit right here. 86 points. He has had the lead in the first 2 maps, I think. Omnipotz was in the lead in total. Now he is losing it. And yeah, not really boding well for him. Spam, on the other hand, is shining through, and he can risk it. I mean, not risk it. Sorry, he should maybe not risk it for the last jump. There you go. And Spam will take it with a 111.7. Bren makes it, and Egér actually going for the bonus finish, I think. Did he go for the bonus finish?
No, Egér, yeah, he hit the corner as he was going for the risky jump. And he span in midair, so... Oh, very close there. But yeah, we're on to our next map, and we'll talk about what happened after that.
Indeed. So, full focus, next map. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the next map that is gonna be played between Spam, Omnipotz, Bren, and Egér. So, I would say that Spam is actually in an incredibly good situation right now, because he has, first of all, that big point advantage over second place. Second of all, this map is really punishing when it comes to mistakes. So with Spam's, I would say, rather safe driving style, he could very well benefit from upcoming mistakes from his opponents. So I think Spam has a very, very good chance of closing it out right here. Let's have a look in round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Spam, it's only 120 points now, so if he gets the first place on Egér with an early mistake, so he's really not feeling it now. I think all of his focus has really gone down the hole for him. He's doing his best he can, but against players like Bren, Spam, and Omni who have more experience, it's very tough for him, but hopefully he can get back. He's not too far behind either. He could actually win second place if he, you know, if he gets back his confidence and his character in this. But meanwhile, if Spam does win this, of course, he will be finalist. We're only playing to 120 points in a lower bracket, so a lot more pressure's on for these players. But Bren is fighting Spam for that first place, trying to prevent him from getting finalist mode right now. And it is such a neck-and-neck battle between them two. Omnipotz not too far behind Spam and Bren as well. So if either of them make a mistake, Omnipotz will be able to capitalize on it. But Bren able to get first place right now as we're coming into this last left-hand corner, into the straight over the freewheel.
Oh, no!
Bren actually clips the track, and he's not going to make it. Oh, but Spam with 10, he makes finalists. Omnipotz with 6, Egér with 4. Bren has just made it with 3. So that's unfortunate for Bren there, but Spam is now finalist.
What an end by Bren. He was really risking it right there to maintain as much speed as possible. Unlucky that his car wobbled in a way that it hit the checkpoint with the back end, I believe. So Bren unlucky at the end, and Spam will go into finalist mode. This is the first chance to close it out, and this is exactly what I mentioned. He is going to capitalize from mistakes by others. And maybe it's gonna go well for him. Egér made a mistake already. He is probably out of it already. He is losing that focus that he initially had entering this match. But we still have 3 players battling it out for that first place. Omnipotz right now in first place. Spam on Bren. Really, really close to each other. Let's have a look at Spam, who is right now only on 3rd place. He's a 10th behind Omnipotz. That slide by Omnipotz, very, very tight. Not gonna have the best exit out of this one. Spam might come a little closer right here. Over the blue part, we go into the right-hand drift. Getting that auto slide and then prolonging that drift by small brake taps. Spam now coming back strong with a lot of speed into the left hand. They really want to maintain that speed, and Spam does it a lot better with nice precise lines. Goes for the overtake on first place. Bren shouldn't be counted out of this one yet. Bren with a lot of speed and the inside line. The ending will decide it. Spam retires. Spam makes a mistake, went too tight. Bren on first, and he's gonna take that 10-pointer in front of Omnipotz and Egér. Spam choking.
Yeah, I don't agree with Spam DNF, and even though he could have prevented points, that's the thing. Even if you're
indeed,
biased, he could have prevented points. But you know, maybe he just wanted to, you know, forget that round and try and get this round, because now he's got another chance. He's got 2 more rounds really before, if Omnipotz can get, well, 3. He's got 3 more chances, I should say. Maybe, depending on where Omnipotz finished, because he's just broken the 100-point barrier as well. Bren is not too far behind with 99, and Egér, I'd say he's losing his, we said he's losing his focus, but he's still not far behind as well with 81. But all eyes are on Spam right now, as he's being hunted down by Bren and Egér in this round. Of course, if Spam does win, he's currently finalist. If he does win, he will proceed into the next phase of the lower bracket, which will be tomorrow. However, Bren actually clips the corner, Ramstein there, so he'll drop back from 2nd to 4th, and now it's all up to Egér to try and stop Spam. Omnipotz is not too well, he's a bit far behind Egér and Spam, but again, all up to Egér.
Oh,
so
no!
All eyes on Egér, and Spam as actually gets a no slide there. Bit of a mistake there, loses his speed, so Spam into 2nd, but he's trying to catch up on Egér as he comes to this long left-hand corner just before the jump. Freewheeling, Egér is in front. Is Spam gonna have it?
Oh!
It's on this jump.
Wow!
Egér will still take 10 points away from Spam. Spam will still have to contend this one. Omnipotz in 3rd place with 4 points. Bren with 3.
Ay. What an unlucky turn by Spam. He got the bug on the Randstein, actually. His back end lifted up into the air. He lost grip, and that basically cost him the round. Unlucky stuff for Spam. Still finalist, and he still has 1 more go at it, or 2 even. So let's have a look. And the first one bites the dust already. It is Egér that kisses the checkpoint right there. But Spam already 0.2 behind Bren, who is off to an amazing head start right here. Bren is in the lead, and no other player is in sight right now. Omnipotz 0.6 behind. Egér 2.6 seconds behind. So it is between Bren and Spam at this point. Spam needs to risk it for the biscuit right there. He can, of course, let Bren win this one as well, but that's stupid. Spam needs to risk it, and he's actually going for it. He's going for that inside line, and he is trying to push as much as he can right now. Bren still holding strong, and of course he knows that he has a former world champion in his back, and Spam is actually coming closer this time. He gets no bump on the Randstein on the outside. Spam in the mix again. Bren versus Spam. Spam getting a wider approach, gets more speed over the blue part. Spam touches the... Oh my god, what are these saves by Spam? Bren, however, still holding strong right here. Doesn't hit the checkpoint, and Spam gets denied another time. Spam with multiple saves in that left-hand turn. You saw his brake lights popping up. He saw that his turn was bad, and he adjusted his line. What a great effort by Spam. It wasn't enough, and Spam will remain finalist. Ay, that hurts.
He remains finalist, but now he's got to try and stop Bren as well, and actually Omnipotz. Bren has overtaken Omnipotz for 2nd place as well. So this is crucial right now as we go into our next map.
This is gonna be even odds. Let's have a look at the map preview. This is so intense, man. Alright, just in time for the start of the round. Let's dive in. Spam is still in finalist mode, sitting there for multiple rounds in a row. This is gonna be a moral disadvantage for Spam, knowing that he got denied multiple times. But this map could be going into his favor. Bren at 112. He can very well deny Spam and also move up to finalist status. Omnipotz at 105 and Egér at 95. This is still not decided yet. Very close round so far. No mistakes being made so far. This is a very tight section where everybody went through really smoothly. Bren right now on his way to deny Spam. He's on first place. Didn't really get the best uphill. Omnipotz now striking back. Spam lurking in the shadows, waiting for a mistake. He's only a 10th behind, so just a small blunder by either Bren or Omnipotz, and it is over and out. So let's see what's gonna happen. Spam is still holding strong right there with the same disadvantage, I mean. 1100ths of a second at the checkpoint. Going through the left-hander right there. He's gonna lose it a little bit. It is Bren versus Omnipotz coming towards the end. Bren going onto 2 wheels. That was incredibly risky. But it is Bren who's most likely going to take first place. Spam will have low speed. The ending will decide it right there. Omnipotz touches a wall. But Bren will most likely take it right there. And he will deny Spam another time. What is happening?
He will not only deny Spam, he will also become a finalist as well. And yeah, this is going to be tough. It's tough for now Omnipotz as well, because he would have wanted to... he actually didn't finish. He didn't go off for 105, so he didn't get the points as well. So for Omnipotz, that is huge. He should have got those points. Oh no! A huge mistake from Bren on that first checkpoint. So now it is Omni and Egér against Spam and Bren in terms of trying to stop them from being finalists. So now all eyes on Spam right now. Quickly just look at Bren. Yeah, Bren's a bit too far behind, but unless a mistake can happen in this race, but we'll find out as Egér, and actually, Egér and Omnipotz went wide there, so Spam had a better line and will break into first position right now. So it's all on Egér and Omnipotz to stop Spam, and it's all on Spam as well to try and get out of this lower bracket.
No!
He clips the wall, he falls back, he do not finish, he retires from this round. So now it's Omnipotz and Egér who's going to try and finish and get those points. If Omnipotz can get 10 points, he will only need to be second place, or at least first actually, to stop Spam and Bren. Here comes Bren now on the attack. Oh, and Bren actually goes in on the hairpin, and it's not looking good for him. So wow, so Omnipotz will take 10, Egér with 6. Egér will break the 100-point mark. Omnipotz is near finalist, and now we got another round where Bren and Spam need to try and finish.
This is absolutely insane. The pressure is getting both of them now. Bren with an initial mistake right in the beginning, and Spam then not making that one jump. So this is really, really intense right now for all of the players. Omnipotz is sitting there at 115 points. He needs to take first, and we have a triple finalist situation. Omnipotz can very well make it happen. It is possible, and he has shown that he can make it happen. Let's have a look. No mistakes being made so far. It is Egér who can also make something happen. We should not count Egér out. This is not over and out for any of the players. Let's have a look at the round. This time it is Bren being in the lead. Omnipotz with a lot more speed. This section, very decisive once again. It is Bren who is risking it for the biscuit together with Spam. They're both overtaking Omnipotz. Where is Egér? He's still in the mix right there. Didn't really get that turn all too well, so he's going to drop down a little bit. Bren still in first place, followed by Spam. Bren extending his lead. He's already 1100s ahead, dropping onto the platform. Spam now really risking it for the biscuit. Dropping into the left-hander. Bren still holding strong, extending his lead just by a tiny little bit right there. 1200ths of a second now. And he actually continues to do well. Spam now really needs to get a perfect ending. And Bren makes a mistake! Bren goes too wide on the checkpoint, and this is the opportunity for Spam to close it out and make it over and out for him. Egér is too far behind, and Spam just needs to survive the finish. Is he gonna make it? The last downhill into the finish line, and he actually makes the jump. And Spam survives and makes it into the loser bracket next round. What a round!
I think I can hear Spam with a sigh of relief over here from France to England. Massive sigh of relief there from Spam.
Holy moly.
Now though, it's Bren's turn. Is Bren going to do it, or is Omni and Egér going to start? Now, here's the thing. If Omnipotz comes second, if Egér comes first in this, they will all be finalists for the next race. That's if it goes that way. So Egér really has to step up. If he can get 10 points, he will be in finalist mode. If Omnipotz finishes second, he'll be finalist. Bren has to be last for that to happen. Is Bren going to let it happen? I don't think so, because he's on the chase on Egér. As soon as I say Egér's name, It's not going to happen. So now it's down to Omnipotz to stop Bren for this. If Omnipotz finishes, he will stop Bren and he will become finalist for the next map. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Here we go then. So Bren on the heels, 0.300 of a second behind right now. 0.200 of a second behind. It is so close. And actually, he's gone a bit wider, and Omnipotz has taken a wider line. Sorry, he took a early line. Bren took a wider line. And it's still back and forth between these two as come to the straight.
Oh.
Is Bren gonna have a bit more speed? Bren has more speed than Omnipotz. Oh. Do the job. Omnipotz has gone wide.
No way!
And he stole it. He stole it. Bren has stolen it on the edge. And will go second.
Holy moly!
And you go second and into the lower bracket phase. He will continue. Commiserations to Egér and Omnipotz. Omnipotz just made finalists in that round as well, but Bren with an absolute steal right at the end.
What a jump that was by Bren. That was an absolutely perfectly executed finish jump. Got the lowest possible jump that he could get, basically. And with that, he saves himself in the loser bracket. Omnipotz and Omnipotz and Egér will be eliminated from the TrackMania World Championship.